Okay, imagine Christmas music, you know, from all over, and it's really, really cool. I'm probably gonna add some music to this, but just to make sure, imagine really cool Christmas music. In case you haven't noticed, Christmas is around the corner, and yes, I'm a bit of a fan. This is a gift guide for people who hate gift guides. I call it the Inspirational Gift Guide for creative people, minds, whatever you want to call them. And I am not going to recommend certain brands or products. I'm going to give you ideas that range between 10 to 50 bucks, depending on the brand that you choose, and some are around 100 bucks. I only have a few products that are specifically for photographers or filmmakers. Since I'm not recommending certain products and don't really have a certain number of things, I tried to categorize some stuff like basics for everyone that go for everyone. Then aesthetically pleasing books has its own category. Desktop stuff for creatives, and something specifically for the ones who are into cameras. Let's start with the basics for everyone. And number one would definitely be a water bottle. Why? Well, being a freelancer myself, I always take this with me. This is actually from my old firm, so thank you very much. And I've been using it ever since I got it. So I just refill it wherever I go. It reduces waste. The water here is drinkable wherever I go. It's very rare that I cannot use tap water. This one goes, I think, around 20 bucks. And it's from Soul Bottles, if you happen to have those in your country. I like glass water bottles because they're clear and you can see it, and it makes you wanna clean them more often. Does that make sense? Water bottle, quality water bottle. Definitely a good present and good for the environment. So another thing you can reuse and probably need if you're on the go is a coffee cup. And I know what you're thinking, this one is not pretty. But it's like the only one that has lasted me in forever, it feels like. This one is from 2011. It even says it on the cup itself. So it's over 10 years old and it still does a really good job. You can actually take the whole thing apart, which makes it easy to clean. The most important thing, and this is what I recommend you check before you buy a cup for anyone, is that this part where you drink from can be taken apart, and then I can clean it. If you ever had coffee cups where you couldn't really take all of this apart, you will know why I love this so much. If you gift a travel mug, anyone, just make sure that you can, detach the lid properly and also take it apart to clean it. Yeah, that's my biggest recommendation right there. Coffee cups also range between 10 and 50 bucks even if you want them to. Just, find something in your price range, check the reviews and go for it. Another thing I feel like is a non-brainer are aesthetically pleasing books, or coffee table books as they are often called. And for this you can basically go into any museum and they will have a bunch of those. Or on Amazon you can find a whole lot between like 10 to 50 bucks. Most of the books I have on my list are starting around 13 bucks, going up high as much as I think 50 bucks. But you can get really cool art books for way less. You don't always have to buy new books. You can go into an antique shop or a flea market and you can find old books that probably don't have much of a life left except for being a coffee table book. So this one is an Oxford dictionary, for example, and it's not like I'm reading it, it's a dictionary, come on, but it looks really nice and I love to take it with me as a prop whenever I'm shooting, and it always looks good in the background. The color is beautiful. And yeah, this of course is more of an inspiration, and it's about photography during the 20th century. And as you may know, a lot of things started back then, and yeah, it's really nice to look at. It's not like I'm grabbing it every week, but from time to time, yeah, definitely. But you can also consider art books or just designer books and interior design books. When I talk about designers, I mostly mean like fashion designers, because most of them have their own little coffee table books, but those are usually more on the pricey side. So yeah, be creative, get out there and find some stuff. To be honest, most of my art books are from the flea market, because this is something people buy and then they don't use it anymore, and you can get it cheap, and then I don't use it. So, you know, it's a circle of life. Okay, next category. I have a bunch of stuff on my lap. Let's start small, and by small I mean the not so pricey things. Mini cable clip holders, or just cable organizers in general. I think every creative person having a desk will be thankful for this. Put them on the surface, the adhesive so that they stick, and then you can organize your cable. Pretty neat and very, very affordable. I think $5, $5 to $10. I'm not sure. Something I came to love quite quickly, because I'm a very organized person and I just love everything to be organized, is a label maker. It comes in different versions, colors, and is so handy. And it helps me to organize all my stuff, all my equipment. I also put my name on all my equipment, so when I'm out shooting, everyone knows what's mine. Label makers are around $25, I think. Already coming with some tape, and if you want extra tape, that's another $10. So all in all, you're around $30. I have an iMac and an iPad, but not an extra screen when I work. So I bought this iPad stand and it turns out it's also pretty good at holding my iPhone. Whenever I work and I'm just, you know, don't know where to put my phone, I put it on here if I don't need my iPad, and if I need my iPad, I put it there, use it as a second screen, and it's quite comfy. So yeah, and it was only $15. It's very simple. It gets quite tiny and can be taken on trips and travel and anything. The last thing is the most expensive thing. You know, all the rest is between $10 to $50, and this is more around $100 to $150 depending on the size you're getting. And it's a portable SSD. I love and hate it. I love it because it's so tiny and super fast. When I have this with me on a shoot and I have to transfer all my data, I know that it's quick and afterwards I can go home and everything is done and secure. And my hate part is, fun fact, my iMac had some issues with this SSD. All the transfer parts worked fine, but whenever I wanted to shut down my iMac, this little thing, if you don't eject it before you shut down, will cause your iMac to restart, which is kind of annoying, because I always got a report card being like, oh my god, what happened? Other than that, if you eject it before you shut down your computer, iMac, whatever, it should be fine, and maybe other people don't have that issue. Very fast, a little bit on the pricey side, but worth the investment, especially when you take it with you to a shooting or even on vacation. And another thing for people who are into cameras are old cameras. Those are not very pricey. I have two. This one is actually the first real camera that I shot with, a Canon EOS 500M. I shot, I think, 2 real shoots with it and then mostly landscape. And it was my brother's and he gave it to me and he never got it back. But he knows it. He's okay with it. Another one is very old. I'm not quite sure where it's from. Yeah, it looks cool. I love having it. I love looking at it. It reminds me where it all started. And it's pretty amazing if you ask me. If you look at the cameras we are using today, no film, no anything, just SD cards, put it in, go out, shoot, come back, transfer and edit. It's just like amazing. It amazes me every time. You can get those on flea markets, on eBay, most of the two places actually, or maybe in antique stores. And they just look really cool. Sometimes I use them as props. They are also pretty cool to decorate your home. Like this one, for example, sits with all my other camera gear. And then this one is on display right here because they work here and it's really cool to look at it when it's there. So yeah. Old cameras can range from $30 up to $150. That totally depends what model, how old it is, and what kind of condition it's in. But if it's just for decoration, then it doesn't really matter if it still shoots or not. It just looks nice. And old cameras just generally look nice. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this different kind of gift guide. If you did, let me know in the comments. If you prefer to get brands and certain products recommended, also let me know down in the comments. Other than that, enjoy the holidays. Get yourself some hot chocolate, some cookies to dip in and relax, enjoy. Don't stress yourself too much, even though I know it's a stressful time. Organizing everything, doing stuff, and so on and so forth. But try to enjoy it. Try to calm down, take some time for yourself, and just enjoy Christmas. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this and me, just subscribe. That would be nice. Cool, thanks.